It was hard to breathe. It was hard to see, with her vision blurry and her lungs feeling as if they were about to burst. Yin didn't know how she was able to cut Doma's head off. The cuts from his fan he left on her, along with how one of her arms was now limp due to the icicle that impaled it earlier. She thought she stood no chance against him. She knew that he and Akaza had a huge power gap between them, so she knew it would take more effort than normal to defeat him. And it took 2 hours. 2 hours of excruciating pain while Doma played with her like she was a toy. And yet, he was beheaded, collapsing onto the floor and stuck in a deep breath that didn't freeze her body to the point it felt like it would crack. Yin then waited for her hazy eyesight to return to normal as she watched Doma pick up his own head. "I knew you had grown powerful, but not this powerful," he exclaimed in awe. His face slackened as he had not been expecting such an outcome. She started using the adjust training room to be able to defeat Tentengu, then continued to use it as to practice with the weapon. Muzan commented as he grasped Yin by the hand and helped her up, hugging her close to his body to support her from falling back down again. She hasn't stopped training just because she claimed victory. She works every day to improve herself, and that in itself is a hurdle that she overcame. "If you wielded a Nichiren sword, I would have definitely been dead." Doma chuckled lightheartedly as the flesh of his neck stitched his head back on. "How thrilling that fight was, though!" It was indeed impressive how she didn't let Doma's krynosis ability deter her movements. Kokoshibo hummed in a compliment. "It's almost unusually would freeze its normal human abilities quite drastically." Doma sighed a bit in disappointment that his blood demon art was still lacking to the point where this particular human could decapitate him. "Especially when you were able to evade my cold ice princesses. The icy wind generated from that particular technique froze all of your surroundings and should have frozen your body as well. Yet even in ice, you are quite graceful." I mean, I guess I've skated before, yet never on my bare feet. It hurts like shit. Never again. Since the attack was very broad, I nearly sidestepped out of its way, Yin explained as she tried to distance herself from Muzan. "And as for evading the cold winds, it seems I am able to hold my breath for quite a while without feeling lighthearted." Surprisingly, that's the truth. I wonder if that, too, portends to not being from this world. "Whatever the case, I most certainly enjoyed the fight." Doma cheered as he grabbed Yin's hand after she was able to free herself from Muzan, the progressor immediately regretting his decision as she soon let go of him. "We should do it again soon, after you're a demon. Unfortunately, I won't be able to consume you after that, though." "You're not able to consume me now," she pointed out instantly, having not quite forgiven him for the last time he ate her on a whim. I would have been able to sooner or later," he grinned, the look making her shiver in that state. "This freaking guy! Doma, I know you're hot and shit, but what the actual hell?" Yin exclaimed in English, her brow twitching. "Why are you so obsessed with eating me? Why the hell are the others acting so weird? Why the hell is your demon king acting as if he was me to actually be in a relationship with him when I know there's absolutely no chance that could happen? And why are all of you so hot? I can't stand it because Meeting with you wasn't at all my fantasies and Wattpad binge reading sessions. It's making me so fucking pissed. Doma stared at her, puzzled at what she was saying. All of the demons were, in fact, staring at her since they didn't understand what she was saying. English was not their language. The thought annoyed some of them more than others. Doma, if you continue to say that you will eat me, I will cut your head off again. Yin then smiled threateningly, with no hint of remorse. Doma blinked at her slowly, with his head cocked to the side before a huge grin split across his expression, tapping his fan lightly against his chin in amusement as he said, "Is that so? I would very much like to see that day come to light." What did you say? Akaza demanded of Yin as he pressed his knuckles to his hips. Yes. Muzan's red eyes flared as they traveled up and down her frame. What did you say, Yin? Do tell us. I'm afraid I can't. She held up her hand in intimate declinal. Aw, why not? Doma whined as he threw his arm around her and squeezed tightly, retorting into begging like a child at this point, since he liked to see Yin's expression when she was fed up with him, having found her rant, and when he couldn't understand it. Quite interesting. It would be so much easier for all of us if you just told us. Is that a threat? It can be whatever you want it to be. His multicolored eyes twinkled. Before she could retort to his vulgar reply, spurts of blood splattered across her body as his own sliced itself into tiny pieces, his expression showing one of shock and confusion since he hadn't even seen anyone attacking. But then, as the pieces of his body fell to the ground, he watched as Muzan stepped forward and grabbed Yin tightly by the shoulders whilst looking down at Doma. Do you forget your place, Doma? He threatened. Upper moon or not. Touch her again so casually, and I will kill you. Oop! Anyways, it's time for Toagawa Era Secrets. Muzan was the only one who expected Yin to be able to defeat Doma, enthusiastic at the fact since he never much cared for the second upper moon anyways. Yin honestly almost passed out quite a few times after fighting Doma. Muzan hates that he cannot understand Yin when she speaks English. But anyways, I love that I'm back. Why? Well, because I get to make content. If you didn't know what happened, we had a windstorm and I lost power for, I actually can't remember. I think it was 2 days. But I was busy writing a lot and drawing and I don't know, reading, I guess. It's not really fun because it's just, oh, wow, rereading Demon Slayer. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you all so much. Bye. Mwah.